Hi traders, I hope you had a good day and I wish you a good week ahead. I want to start recording daily analysis for maybe 10 active trading days. For 10 trading days. And first of all, I want to take a look at previous analysis I did, 3 of them, and just to catch up with what I said and how it all developed and what possibilities were on the way. So let's start with probably the clearest market from the previous month is US 100, and this is what I had here. Comment if anything is there. And very important thing I wanted to tell you is that when you analyze the market, you basically can just big accumulation here into or stage one, this analysis, so-called stage one. Stage one is when the price is just accumulating, going back and forth, and then as you can see, it starts to hold itself up and starts to move. And overall, came to the conclusion that the market is bullish, and here was the expectation somewhere here, and we can or a chop. See, we have a lot of scenarios, of course, but the main one is that the price will continue to do this tightening, and then we will hope so the main for a break to the upside. But if it will not happen, then most likely the price will continue to chop around for some time. So if it will not go now, then it would, the main scenario is would be better to wait up for one more cycle of this, or just continue to, or can't break and then just continue to chop. So let's see what happened after it. So this was the moment. So this was the moment of this analysis, and as we see, price created this tightening and created a move to the upside. And let's see if there were any kind of possibility here. So if I would trade this, I would wait for some confirmations on 1 hour. So possibly here this was a pretty clear move on 1 hour, but then on 5 minutes maybe something was here, maybe not, but we didn't see a confirmation. Then the market just failed and then started to create these chains of supply and demand, and probably from here or from here, based on how aggressive entry you want to take. And here these are the possibilities for 5 minutes and also something here. So let's quickly take a look. So this was pretty unclear price action as for 5 minutes, and then it started more clear delivery, and some entries were here. So this would be a loss. This is a good entry, but pretty hard to catch. Then one more clear move, no entry here. And if you go through this high, so this could be a position, or this one. So yeah, definitely there were some entries there, and analysis worked out. Overall analysis worked out pretty well from this moment. Bullishness is still holding. Analyze based on the current development, but what my main point is, we should see this push pretty soon, or then a bit later. And chop is basically not had here overextension. And second cycle of reaccumulation, the market can easily go to 5 cycles like this. And here I'm just talking about that the market is not overextended. So we had accumulation, then some cycles of reaccumulation, more reaccumulation here. Basically it's fractal reaccumulation. Oh no, it's a real structural reaccumulation because of this bearish shift, and we are not overextended. We can go and even more, but when you have like 5 consecutive as previously. Yeah, okay. It's a pretty clear market, clear reaccumulation here, but it was this look on 4 hours, impulsive, messy, the most recent price action. So most recent price action, as you can see here, where basically almost nothing is holding itself up. Of course, we can force something like this. We can say that we have this impulse holding here, and now we have continue, but it's not the price action you will successfully trade for long term, because the most probable scenario for this kind of price action is this. So just chop around or fall. And my expectation will change if we will have a clear move to the upside here below this high, and then start to clearly be more tightened, and not in this manner, you know, but clearly more tightened, and then on the break it's okay to join. And on the confirmation of this kind of here, to action is, yeah, so let's check what happened there on lower time frames. So on lower time frames, we basically had almost exactly the same as expectation. So this was the box I was talking about. Then we expected this chop, deeper reaccumulation, and then we started to go. So that was good. Now let's see what we talked about on US 100 on the next outlook. So this was for January 15-19, this one for January 22-26. So in this video we discussed that the USD 100 is still real bullish, but a bit extended on its way on middle time frames. Why extended? Because we have this one-sided move that is obviously bigger than other moves on these instruments, and we expect either tightening or idea tightening and then a small pullback here. 100 really bullish, confirmed bullishness here. Next candle will be more and more choppy. So, yeah, so what I want to see is some tightening, maybe in the beginning of the week, and then it's possible that we will continue to move right away, but it's much more historically proved that we will move in this manner. Let's see what we have here for hours. Let's check this place. And here it is. So this was this place, and we discussed that. So this was the analysis time. We discussed that we need to go some tightening or deeper tightening and go. Here we went to the upside with a clear impulse after some tightening. Now let's see if there was any kind of entry. So first of all, the situation on higher time frame of course is really bullish, but on middle time frame, yes, it's bullish, but a bit overextended. So probably I will just not even go to lower time frames, because at this kind of extensions, I want to see at least this kind of pullback. And I will discuss this pullback in the next outlook. Here it is. So this is the next this market is part on US 100,
and overall was expected continuations to the bullish side.
So we expected continuations from
some remarks that we were pretty
so this place. We expected this from the EMA, so we expected some pullback, like I said, and then it
so basically this is what happened. And right now we are still bullish. So on the daily we are bullish. We wanted to see some tightening or a deeper pullback.
So this daily we want to see tightening or pullback before continuing higher. And so this is the place where I discuss it. Let me clean it. So this is the place we need tightening or pullback before continuing higher.
Which deeper pullback didn't happen, but tightening is in the process. So overall, the market still remained very bullish. We don't have structural overextensions. This move is not crazy overextended like an impulse in itself. So this market remains potentially
this move
potent for a new move to the upside and taking this high out. Yeah, and until this low.
So yeah, I was basically talking
if this low will be lost,
even if we lose this low, it will be a reaccumulation, which is a bullish model in the market, and then we will continue.
But basically, until this is holding,
we have the high possibility of continuation to the upside.
I don't want to
and it's interesting because
in a really bullish market they are very choppy usually, and
this was this range.
Many participants will lose money. So
yeah, we first had this break to the upside, but then went for reaccumulation, like classic reaccumulation of two downshifts
inside this range,
and then we continue to go to the upside.
We need to say that
so
the
really
recent price action here is locally bearish, so it does not make sense to try to predict when the market will do its move to the upside.
And here I'm just talking about that it does not make sense to be bearish in this kind of market, which is clearly really bullish. Okay, and other pairs, they were like
we have
definitely bearish. But here we have more cycles of reaccumulation. So
here
on USDCHF during this and next outlooks, I was talking about that it is bearish, but not so clear market and pretty overextended. So overall, I was expecting just choppiness, some choppiness here. And this is what happened on USD CHF. So this was the range that I started to discuss it in the beginning of these 3 weeks. And I was talking about this box, about this chop to continue, but it went to the upside, still in this range. But now, and then it went to the downside once during the next week, and even gave some opportunities to enter, if not with the highest RR systems. And then just we continue to chop. So yeah, I will come back to this analysis, but overall I don't expect too much. And on analysis, I was just saying that I'm staying out from this market. And in this point, I was saying that yes, we're still bearish overall, but we have this bullish leg, so no need to short just yet. We need confirmation. Then this confirmation happened, so this range became a confluence with higher time frame ranges. Then we chopped around, and then went here and here. So the best possibilities for entries were here on 5 minutes, and probably let's check. So this bullishness is not tradable for my strategy. We had this shift, and yeah, some entries were definitely here. So as you can see, we had this 1 hour zone, and then just started this shift to the downside. So this is not so clear here, but after this shift the market became pretty clear. Created this impulse correction impulse with a big and loose tightening. So probably this is not something for me, but overall the concept worked itself out. Maybe with this impulse correction and on a new impulse, it was possible to enter with a sell stop. Okay. Next pairs in war compare and GPY, I guess. Price so action is really hard until it starts. Yeah, and then I just described some unclear price action in the market, which you can see on Euro GBP and the DUSD during some time. So Euro GBP is a classic unclear market. So it was like this during basically 3 weeks, I guess. So yeah, there was nothing tradable, as you can see. So this is a classic untradable market in my opinion. So, and it was almost the same on 1 hour, 2 hours. Yes, of course, it's overall moving to the downside, but in a manner that is really not tradable. On JPY pairs, I expected bullishness. Some JPY pairs like went bullish, some just went into chop like CHF JPY. So I started to discuss bullish potential here, but it just went into chop. Instead, other pairs like Euro GPY, USD GPY, they performed this reaccumulation, and then on these legs they started to be like really clearly bullish and had possibilities here and here for entries. As you can see, USD GPY was probably the clearest, so it created this reaccumulation. So this a price model that we saw on US 100, and then after this impulse correction and on the new impulse, there were some really nice opportunities. So yeah, gold during these 3 weeks, I was just analyzing it as unclear and the market not worth trading. And Germany 30 starting from this point, especially after this break, we were discussing in the outlook that the market is bullish, and there definitely were some possibilities to follow it to the bullish side, especially after this clear shift and creation of these S&D chains, then reaccumulation, and then more chains, and now we expect more bullishness in this market. So yeah, this like a short outlook of what was happening in the previous 3 weeks, and now let's discuss the outlook for the next day. Okay, and so let's start this first day outlook from US 100 and other instruments like it. So we are still really bullish, but we are becoming more and more overextended. So first of all, on weekly, we are seemingly in the top of the range, or almost in the top of the range. We are here in the place like this one, or this one. So we can expect some push to the upside even more, but as you can see, we are probably not expecting it like this exponential. We are expecting it more with some pauses, so something like this, if we will go to the upside. But probably we will start to slow down. Of course, the market continues to remain bullish here, so that's definitely. Let's see on daily. So on daily, on the other hand, we are not looking so overextended, but definitely we made some move after breaking this high, and out of many possibilities, of course, of what the price can do, the main one remains tightening and up, or pullback, confirmation of bullishness, tightening and up. So something like this. And yeah, let's look on daily once again what we have in terms of cycles of reaccumulation. So that's still fine. That's still fine, definitely, but we need some pause, and we need some rest for the market. Let's check middle time frames. So 2 hours, again, we are in the top of the impulse. So even if this thing wants to continue, and it definitely can, because we don't have like 7 shifts, we just have like 2 to 4 shifts on higher and middle time frames. So overall, we are expecting bullishness with some corrections first. So we need to see corrections first. Yeah, everything else is just looking bullish. Yeah, but definitely this is not an entry point, because it's just lower chance. We ideally are looking for this kind of price action here, and then entries either here but with continuations, or here, or then later we will have more reaccumulation. And this will be my expectation for the coming days. And so it's bullish but a bit overextended on all the time frames basically, and I'm expecting tight and up or pullback and up. So let's just do this. So we first expectation is this and this, and it can happen basically during the 2 days or 3 days, or if it wants to go lower, then maybe expectation for the week will be this one, and then tomorrow we will adjust the expectations. As for the other indices, I guess, yeah, we are in the same situation roughly, so I will not go into too much details right now. We are seeing that just some differences here. So US 30 is weaker. It does not have so clear bullish structure as US 100. It is already started some kind of distribution here or something, and yeah, it's not that clear, but still really bullish. The difference is that on 15 minutes we want at least a break of this one. So I will just leave the expectation, the main expectation as on US 100. I will just make this note that if we want to see bullishness, we want to break this high at least. Otherwise we expect chop or break to the downside. So let's just so we expect chop or break to the downside, and then we will adjust in accordance with how the price will develop. Yeah, but of course we do not want to participate in short. I don't know, I don't want to participate in short just yet. By the way, I'm running out of time here, so I will continue then on next days will not be so long, of course, and the rest of the video will be available on YouTube. So let's continue. So Germany's 30 and 40 is basically the same as this one. So we started to lose its clarity, and we might have a longer period of chop. So I definitely do not want to short. The only way to long is if we will break and create a clear tightening here, but it will not probably happen during Monday. US 100 is exactly the same as US 100. Gold is just simply choppy for now, and I'm not touching it. The reasons for chop and the form of chop maybe I will discuss later a bit, but it's just choppy, not touching it. Bitcoin really bullish, really looking like US 100. So we want this to hold and go from here, or break and then on the clarity go. GPY pairs pretty bullish from the higher time frames. However, I mean, Euro GPY is pretty clearly bullish. We want deeper pullback, and then on the clarity we go. CHF GPY just lost its clarity a bit, so nothing here. USD GPY looks like Euro GPY, so we need a bit more pullback and then go. So let's do it like this: tightening and go, or pullback and go. So just to save time, maybe I will analyze them tomorrow a bit more, and I will just balance because today, of course, is too long. AUD GPY not so clear as previous one, so yeah, NZD GPY a bit overextended here, so great possibilities to enter here from this bullish foundation. But overall, of course, we have one interesting thing here is we have 13 consecutive shifts to the upside, and of course these markets are not holding later, so maybe we will have one more shift or maybe one more, and then definitely break to the downside for some time, and then we will continue probably to the bull side. But we need to orient ourselves with what the market is doing and not trying to predict too much. So yeah, these were GPY pairs. Euro USD, so XXS USD pairs, they are still continuing to chop around. So I will just take this box, and then when we will break it, I will continue to analyze. But what we can say is it's pretty choppy on daily 4 hours. And yeah, Euro USD, by the way, started to have some clearness here, but we are in the zone. We maybe are absorbing here, but again, it's just choppy. So the main prediction is just chop and then see. If we will break to the upside, it will confirm this foundation. If we will break to the downside, we will confirm this impulse. If I would force something on Euro USD, it would be shorts, because we are having this pretty clear downtrending market, and until this high is holding, it still remains pretty bearish. But I don't like the fact that this impulse is a bit overextended. We are starting to have a long time here, so maybe if we will have like this perfect move tightening, then maybe here we can enter, but otherwise I expect it just to chop. Same NZD USD, UD USD, GBP AUD pretty bullish from these moves. Interesting market, but the problem with it is that it can just fall into this choppiness. My expectation here again is not that clear right now, unfortunately. So if it will break here, then it is worth 1 or 2 tries, you know. But overall, this situation could be a start of distribution for a deeper reaccumulation then. So I really don't know what the market wants to do it. I don't want to short it, but it seems like in the beginning of the week we will continue this impulse and take out this low and then just fall into chop again. So yeah, interesting market, but pretty choppy. USDCHF chop with bearish pressure from this, but at the same time local bullish pressure from this, hence the chop in the price section. Yeah, pretty choppy. Yeah, we have some bullishness, but pretty choppy. Don't want to touch it for now. And then Euro GBP is just full-time chop. Don't want to touch it. I will just keep it as an example of bad markets. AUD and CD extremely bearish during previous times, holding this trend with redistributions, but now overextended. So I will come back to this market later, but I expect a chop and some redistributions here to continue lower afterwards, but nothing yet. Okay, so this was first day, and see you tomorrow.